Bihar, the festival of light has begun with Kak Tihar today. Crows regarded as messengers in Nepali society have been worshipped this morning. Good morning, I'm Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Madhes-based parties, once a force to be reckoned with, ignore Madhes agendas in their lust for power. Voters' response to unnatural collaboration eagerly awaited. The monsoon rains, the season damaged roads with an estimated loss amounting to over 4 billion rupees. All 80 national highways sustained minor to major damages. Russia launches a new massive strike targeting Ukraine's energy grid. Ukrainian President Zelensky says the attacks are very wide in scale. And Chelsea held by Manchester United at a 1-1 draw. Manchester City humble Brighton. Liverpool suffer yet another defeat. Tihar festival has begun today. Also known as Yama Panchak, the festival is observed for 5 days. The first day of Yama Panchak is observed as Kak Tihar by feeding crows, regarded as messengers in Nepali society. The second day is Kukur Tihar, the day is observed worshipping dogs. The third day is Gai Tihar and Lakshmi Puja, worshipping cows and Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. The fourth day is Tihar of Tihar is Guru Puja, where oxen are worshipped, while the fifth and the final day is Vaitika, the day when brothers receive tika from their sisters. However, people from the Newari community celebrate the fourth day of Yama Panchak as Ma Puja, and they worship their own soul. The Madhes-centric parties had established themselves riding on the 2006 April uprising. However, 1.5 decades later, Madhes-based parties, once a major force to be reckoned with, find themselves hopelessly fallen out of agendas. Janata Samajwadi Party have formed an electoral alliance with UML, while Loktantrik Samajwadi has sided with the ruling parties with an all-out strategy of win at all cost, with a little regard for Madhesi agendas. The then Madhesi Janadhikar Forum, led by Upendra Yadav, had won 54 seats during the 2007 first Constituent Assembly election, followed by the then Tarai Madhes Loktantrik Party's 21 seats, led by Mahanta Thakur. However, these Madhes-based parties, following numerous splits, have seen their credibility and popularity dwindle, as even after merger of the two Madhes-based parties could only garner 19 seats during the parliamentary election in 2017. Janata Samajwadi and Loktantrik Samajwadi, who have been waging the issue of identity, have been expressing their grievances against the national charter. However, both the parties have now sided with parties and leaders they had vehemently stood against. Janata Samajwadi, that was a staunch critic of KP Sharma Oli, has joined hands with UML, while Loktantrik Samajwadi, that always objected the agendas of the ruling alliance, has sided with the same force to gain political benefit. The scenario clearly suggests that the Madhesi parties are sidelining themselves from their core agendas for political interests. In our Public Voice segment, we have asked in several provinces regarding ways to ensure accountability of election candidates towards the Election Code of Conduct. Let us now take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
The monsoon season this year has damaged roads with an estimated loss amounting to over 4 billion rupees. The Department of Roads has said that roads connecting municipalities as well as all 80 national highways have sustained minor to major damages. Safe Bagar, Martadi Kolti, Manma Nagma, Jumla Road section, Karnali Highway Surkhet, Khulao Hilsa, Khodpe, Chainpur, Bajang Road section have endured maximum damages. The department has said that efforts are underway to remove the obstruction in Karnali and Rapti highways. The Department of Road has continued reconstruction works in highways under its jurisdiction. However, lack of coordination has been witnessed between the government bodies to repair the roads under the province and the local levels. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
Question is, what is your take on the reluctance to submit details of election-related expenses? Your options are A, undermining the rule of law, B, non-transparent attitude, and C, feeble commission. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for the international news. Russia has launched a new massive strike targeting Ukraine's energy grid, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said. He said the attacks were on a very wide scale, hitting Ukraine's regions in the west, center, south and east. According to Kiev, nearly 1.5 million households were without electricity. However, Zelensky said most of the Russian missiles and drones were being shot down, and such strikes would not stop a Ukrainian military advance. Almost a third of Ukraine's power stations and other energy-generating facilities have been destroyed in a wave of airstrikes since Monday last week. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look into the top stories one more time. Madhes-based parties, once the first to be reckoned with, ignore Madhes agendas in their lust for power. Voters' response to unnatural collaboration eagerly awaited. The monsoon rains, the season damaged roads with an estimated loss amounting to over 4 billion rupees. All 80 national highways sustained minor to major damages. Russia launches a new massive strike targeting Ukraine's energy grid. Ukrainian President Zelensky says the attacks are very wide in scale. And Chelsea held by Manchester United at a 1-1 draw. Manchester City humbled Brighton. Liverpool suffer yet another defeat. That is all for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. Happy Dahal and have a beautiful day ahead.